race to brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought when I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's move, I move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
In addition to that, you know, my strategy going in was really just to speed the game up as much as I can, force my opponent into turnovers, you know, and get quick buckets. That's really what it was all about.
Obviously, the fans of my team are looking at what lineups are successful. So what were some of the cards that you were using or relying on to get in to qualify?
The main one was Steph Curry. Pink Diamond Steph Curry. That card.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett is out there with Peyton. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Randall. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot.
Here we go.
So Dallas will get the first possession. Here's Hardaway. Good, nice job down low.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish. What's up?
That free throw good from Doncic.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Payton after Luka Doncic's bucket. Outside Gibson. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Doncic with it. On the wing, Hardaway. Barrett covering. The offensive rebound.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Knicks on offense. 7-point differential. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And that one's good. Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Now here's Payton. The pass to Randall. For 3, Barrett. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Hardaway, and Dallas again with the bucket.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Here's Barrett over Hardaway, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York.
And that one falls for Barrett.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today, and Harkless slams it in.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
He gets that one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Passes it to Gibson. Barrett against Hardaway. Over in the corner, Harkless. And the 3 off target. Mavericks leading by 8. Outside Hardaway. Buries it down low. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Payton outside. Down low. Here's Barrett. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Barrett's got his second basket of the game.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done. What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
To the left side wing. No one near Payton as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Payton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 14. Harkless with the bucket.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
And Doncic, here we go.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Knicks trail by 14. Payton passes to Randle. Back to Payton. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
Bucket is good.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Harkless. Now Barrett. Here's Gibson. Count it.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
Doncic against Payton. And it's Doncic missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Now here's Payton. It's Barrett on the wing. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas, leading by 12. And there it is for him.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Barrett kicks to Harkless. Back to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. Payton trying to get open. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet. Good night.
Porzingis, that's a 2. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, there's a versatility that allows Julius Randle to play in pick and roll. Pretty pass to set up his teammate.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 17.
Boy, he has been special to start this game, shooting 8 of 9, just making it look easy.
Payton drives in, lays it up off the glass.
Timeout.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And a new group in for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic.
One shot.
What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
That free throw good from Porzingis. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Mavericks lead by 17. Pass to Portis. 2 points. That one goes. Portis has got his second bucket.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Curry outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Knicks trail by 18. Ntilikina passes to Knox. Pass to Bullock. Inside, here's Portis. Banked in off the glass. Portis has got 6.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Baseline J on the way. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Here's Ntilikina. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Robinson laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Shoots from the corner, and that one off the back of the rim and in. He has 5.
I'll tell you, Seth Curry, when he shoots the basketball, picture-perfect release, that is so pretty.
And it's Bullock in the corner. The three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks leading by 18. On its way from Curry for 2, and it's Dallas with another.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. And the pass to Knox. Now here's Portis. Over Kleba. Portis can't get it to go. Left side Curry. Basket counts.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
The Knicks shooting an outstanding 61% in the early goings. Bullock, good.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Mavericks leading by 20. Here's Brunson. Goes back up, and it's Porzingis getting it to go. Porzingis has got 11 points.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first. Lobbed up there for Robinson. That one, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Good on the bucket.
Well, that takes tremendous body control from Frank Ntilikina. Even with a physical defensive player, he stays composed.
Brunson, and some very quick points for him on that possession. He's got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Here's Ntilikina. The second chance effort. Goes up again, and it's Robinson with the bucket inside.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Pulls up on the wing. Brunson, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
30 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Wright. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 17. Here's Bullock. Here's Ntilikina. And it's off from three-point range. Kleba against Robinson. Kleba with the bucket. 5 seconds left in the first. Deep 2 from Robinson. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid. Always been a guy that's always been picked second. Even though I had, high accolades in high school, and I had to work for those really, really hard to get those. I feel like nobody really ever believes in, none of the things I do. Even if I have a good season, to me it was a good season, but somebody else it wasn't as good as they wanted it to be.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Maxi Kleba is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Curry. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Gibson's checked in. Winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh, my goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Here's Ntilikina. The Mavericks making the shot. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Ellington. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Knicks trail by 20. Rebounded by Hardaway. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
To the paint, here's Portis. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hardaway, no good. The Knicks shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012 that Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. For New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you. Here's Ntilikina. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. And here's Bullock from the arc. Traps in the tray. Bullock's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Cauley-Stein, and stolen by Portis. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 7.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault, At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Mavericks. A 12-point game. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Seth Curry. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Harkless comes in for Reggie Bullock. Barrett's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Now, Luka Doncic is able to dominate possessions with the ball in his hands. Go ahead and do work on both ends, Luka.
Knicks trail by 16. Payton surveying the floor. Here's Barrett. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And that one falls for Barrett.
What R.J. Barrett brings to the table nightly is an incredible array of basketball skills offensively and tireless energy. If he can get consistent with his perimeter game, he's going to be very difficult to deal with for a long time.
And he makes both free throws. Mavericks leading by 14. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 14-6 run. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside Hardaway. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Payton passes to Harkless. Back to Payton. New York moving the ball around. There's the three. The shot by Harkless, no good. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Cauley Stein, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Cauley Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter. Knicks trail by 18. To the inside, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size, a pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
That free throw good from Randle.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
He hits both from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Cauley Stein. No good that time. So New York will take it the other way. Payton against Doncic. Now, here's Barrett. Not a lot of room. He feeds it to Gibson. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Hardaway. Here's Cauley Stein. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. To the middle. And it's Gibson that time on the assist by Barrett.
Boy, Taj Gibson unafraid in the face of contact. How tough is this guy?
Gibson with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Barrett is running. It's good. And that's now 9 points for R.J. Barrett.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Barrett against Wright. Gibson, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gibson's got 6 points.
We know this. Taj Gibson loves getting physical. It doesn't matter how aggressive you are.
Dallas calls timeout. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Offensive rebound. And it's Doncic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
Count that one. 8 points for him.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Payton passes to Randle. Kicks to Harkless. Shoots the three. Mavericks with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Finney-Smith, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Mavericks lead by 14. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Powell with the steal. Randle against Porzingis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in.
Well, you have got to love the versatility of Kristaps Porzingis. Unbelievable shooting touch at 7'3", can also be a monster on the defensive end. Good luck, future of the NBA.
Here's Knox. No points in the game yet for him. Robinson, that's good.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's Brunson. No good on the three. Knicks trail by 15. Here's Barrett. Another shot, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
Well, there's a certain edge that Julius Randle plays with that allows him to draw contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw good from Randle. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. The shot from the low post is good. Doncic has got 23 points. Payton against Brunson. Payton passes to Knox. In the corner, Barrett with it. The three, it's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Oh, Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Powell after R.J. Barrett's miss. Offline from the high post. Fast break, here we go. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Dallas shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. Powell's got 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Barrett. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Barrett's got 13 points now in the quarter. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. From the wing. And it's Doncic missing. Knicks on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Some nice passing by New York here. And Randle throws it down.
If there is something that defines Julius Randle's game, it's the ability to score through contact. Give him the N1.
For New York, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. That one misses for Randle. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 7.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Look at how composed Seth Curry is beyond the arc. Takes a shot like that and knows it's going in.
Ellington dishes to Bullock from 10 feet out. Here's Robinson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 22 is their biggest lead. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
This guy's a really clever penetrator. You have to be aware of Seth Curry's craftiness on the drive.
Outside, Robinson. Down low, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And that one drops for him. Doncic has got 11 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
It's Robinson high post, and finished off by Robinson.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Doncic, 28 points for him. And Curry, here we go. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now here's Randall. Over Kleba. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 28 points. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations in the NBA.
The ownership has been stable, been consistent. Management has been great. Rick Carlisle, coaching staff has been there, stable. Stability breeds success, Ernie.
Look, if you know anything about Mark Cuban, they respect and they take care of their players. Dirk retired after NBA record 21 seasons with the same franchise.
Wow, that is saying something.
That's saying a lot.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got Barrett. Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Gibson in at center.
Well, Taj Gibson is so strong on the backboards. His ability to pursue the offensive glass is truly a thing to watch.
Porzingis trying to get free, and the dunk by Doncic.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And so here is New York, following the score by Dallas. No good from Payton. Here's Finney-Smith, knocked loose and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Knicks trail by 11. Payton outside. And he makes that one.
See, the unpredictability of Elfrid Payton helps him in these situations. Good at taking what the defense gives him in that instance.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
First free throw is good.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
All free throws good from Doncic. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Hard away against Barrett. Poked away. Powell with the steal. Porzingis kicks to Powell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
The free throw drops for Powell.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
It's deflected.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
There's a confidence and a comfortability to what R.J. Barrett is doing nightly. Boy, is he cooking right now.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. And the Knicks making a change here. Portis is checked in. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Powell for 3, drains the three-pointer. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Listen, what we know is this guy is a good finisher, and Powell now trying to extend that range, make people respect him out beyond the arc.
Now here's Payton. He's got 6. And that one is good. Payton's got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Passes it to Portis. He kicks it to Barrett. Lets it go from deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Doncic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength. Completes the play. Nicely done.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
76% from the line a season ago.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. And it's DeLon Wright in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And a switcher also for New York. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Knicks trail by 16. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Barrett following the score by Dallas. And a wide-open look for Portis. Bangs home the trifecta. Portis has got 13 points.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And Doncic gets it to go.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. Here's Portis. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency. And boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Knicks trail by 20. And here's Barrett. 20 points for him. Portis kicks to Harkless. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good from Ntilikina. He's got 9.
Ntilikina's reach and athleticism is absolutely a factor inside. He can score it in there, make no mistake.
How? And it's denied. Barrett against Wright.
Hey, yo, right here.
And it's Wright sending it back.
We can see the quick reflexes of DeLon Wright. Twice on the pipes.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Ellington comes in for Frank Ntilikina. Ellington inside the three-point line. They grab their own miss, and the shot is good.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And Curry, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
It's on display that scoring comes naturally to Seth Curry. If he gets a couple of buckets, boy, that zone is starting to feel pretty hot.
Some nice passing by New York here. Fades back. Portis can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. From down in the low post, it goes. Curry's got 20 points.
I love it whenever Seth Curry decides to go inside. This guy has the potential to be a dangerous scorer from that area.
For 3, Barrett. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Here's Brunson. Here's Powell. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Powell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
and he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Mavericks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. The first free throw is good.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Knox in for Barrett. And both free throws good for Curry. Knicks trail by 19. Ellington with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Portis. Pass to Knox. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Hardaway has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From the baseline. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Bullock. 11 points in the game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Endorse, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson's going to be a problem in this league.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Robinson. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his 2nd season.
Maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, I think the team found a steal in a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. Mitchell Robinson, big-time athlete, big-time shot blocker, and I believe he has the work ethic to turn him into an offensive force.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Portis. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
It's Curry with the drive. 2nd shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Cauley-Stein. Cauley-Stein's got 6.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Over in the corner, Portis. No good with the triple. Dallas leading by 21. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
The Knicks shooting well, 52% in the 3rd. They came to play offensively in the 2nd half. That one off the back iron and out. Dallas has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Cauley-Stein. Here's Kleba. Good. Kleba's got 4 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Count that bucket. Now Ellington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bullock passes to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Dallas calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the Knicks, Randall comes in for Portis, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Wayne Ellington. Wasted no time on that one. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, as reliable as it gets from the mid-range. Seth Curry very good at finding those opportunities in those spaces.
Payton dishes to Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
It hasn't mattered the scheme or the defender. Kristaps Porzingis is simply cooking right now.
Payton outside. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Randall. The Knicks rebound. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 22 points.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Here's Payton, and the dunk by Payton.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Payton passes to Randall. Robinson down low. Guarded by Porzingis, and they pick up 2. 24 points for Mitchell Robinson.
Well, concentration right there. Mitchell Robinson refuses to let the defense have the last word. Nicely done.
And Kleba slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Payton. He's got 10. Knocks the pass to Randall. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Randall's got 18 points in the game. And so Curry will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Payton's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, in this day and age, assertiveness as a scorer from a young point guard is critical. Payton on the catch and shoot, no hesitation. Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Randall down low. Count it.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jackson is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Payton. To the paint, and the rejection by Curry.
How about the effort from Seth Curry? If he's blocking shots, wow, what a lift for his guys.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. New York called for the foul.
Okay.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 20. In the corner, Knox with it. Launches it. They get it back. Randall, add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead. Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Porzingis with the steal. Shot on the wing. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up Greg with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Now, here's Bullock. Pass to Randall. The dish to Payton. There's the feed to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Well, the more repetition Mitchell Robinson gets, the more confidence that's on display. He is cooking right now.
Here's Jackson. Here's Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Maurice Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And R.J. Barrett subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Now here's Payton. Inside. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game. Jackson, that's good.
What a clever pass by Seth Curry. Watches closely for those developing opportunities.
Payton kicks to Barrett. There's the pass to Randall. Wide open look. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 16th rebound on the night. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Finney-Smith. Tries again, and it's Porzingis getting it to go. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Here's Barrett. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Mavericks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Now, here's Barrett. To the paint, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. DeLon Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barrett subbed in for Curry. And then for New York, Dotson's checked in for Julius Randle. Frank Ntilikina comes in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Technical foul.
One shot. One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Frank Ntilikina brings outstanding size to the position. It's about playing with confidence and playing under control on the offensive end.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The offensive rebound, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Personal foul. At the line for the Knicks, Mo Harkless. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harkless. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Barrett with it. They'll bring it up for Dallas. To the inside, Porzingis. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Porzingis has got 26 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here is Smith. Passes to Dotson for 3. And the Knicks miss again. Jackson passes to Barrett. And the rejection by Smith.
Wow, you don't see Dennis Smith Jr. block a shot every game, but man, he's got some vertical.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Here's Dotson, guarded by Jackson. Unloads. Here's Gibson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Gibson against Marjanovic. Count the basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, this is a real strength of Taj Gibson's game. Efficient low-post scoring. That's nicely done.
And he banks in the layup. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Smith the pass to Dotson. Smith outside. To the middle. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And this is what you want from Dennis Smith Jr. He has to find the open man and deliver it on time and on target.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks. And the Mavericks call time here.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
The free throw drops for Marjanovic. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside Gibson. Down low. A shot by Ellington, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Three-pointer. And it's Coley Stein. That time on the assist by Wright.
Right, if you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
Ntilikina passes to Dotson. To the inside, Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Ntilikina. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. A three ball. The shot by Harkless, no good. And it's Barrett with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Offensive rebound, Jackson. Count that one.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Dotson. Outside Gibson. Takes a three. Dotson can't hit. Dallas has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Marjanovic has got 9 points in the quarter. Pass to Dotson. He can't hit that time.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Correa. Here's Cauley-Stein. Yep, it counts. Cauley-Stein's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I'll tell you, hasn't always been a high-percentage shooter, but he's dangerous, and Barrett will keep coming at you until you stop him.
Pass to Dotson. And Gibson kicks to Dotson. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. To the paint. Here's Ellington. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you can see Frank Ntilikina running the offense and growing with every opportunity.
Harkless with the steal. Here's Dotson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Knicks, Dotson at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. He hits the second from the line. Dallas has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Barrett. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter. New York shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And Smith with the stuff.
Not only can Smith take contact inside, he's willing to initiate it. That's a great aspect to his game.
Barrett against Smith, and it's good for 2.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him. Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
From deep three-point range, but they get it back. Here's Cauley Stein. Again, the Mavericks score.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
The Knicks shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Right against Smith. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. That one drops for him.
Well, to me, this is where Dennis Smith Jr. is most dangerous. Inside, using that combination of athleticism and strength.
Barrett, that's a two-pointer, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Barrett has gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Here's Ntilikina. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And it's blocked, but they recover it. Second chance shot, and he connects with the jumper.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Here's Dotson. The tray. Barrett pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He's off from 17 feet. In the corner, Smith with it. Sinks that one from the post.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Wright. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Luka, you played well and you got the win. So what made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. I think it was a great game today. We step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.